I think we good. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. This is episode 64. Bro, 64. It's crazy already. Yo, I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined with my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world. My brother Santana, say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Another episode. You already know, jam packed as always. We here. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all already. The chat, y'all are super lit already, showing us major love with the love and the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means the world to us to keep building and keep perfecting the show. So thank you again, y'all. All right, to start off, you already know popular opinions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records, as you see right here. Y'all see it right there. Yeah, make sure you hit the Instagram of OUV Records and stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. The motto is create, document, and inspire. All right, y'all. So the first question of the night. Ready for this, bro? If recasting Poetic Justice, the movie Poetic Justice, and you had to recast Janet Jackson's character, well, remaking the movie and of course a recast, right? And we recast Janet Jackson's character. Who are you going with? Number one, Halle Bailey. Number two, Mercy Martin. Number three, Coco Jones. Number four, Dominique Fishback. Who you going with? Who you going with? This was a good one right here.
I'm
All
probably gonna go with Halle Bailey just because that's the only name I know off the top of my head with the face.
okay. Okay.
I'm not too familiar with the others.
Mercy Martin, she plays the little sister from what's the show with Anthony Anderson, and Yahara Shahidi plays her older sister. The light skinned dude plays.
You talking about Blackish?
Oh yeah, Blackish, right? So she plays the little sister on Blackish. She plays.
Oh, okay. The young John.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Oh,
Mercy. Coco Jones is like the tall chocolate Jones. She plays in the new Bel Air. She's the new Hillary.
okay. Okay.
And Dominique Fishback, she was just in the Transformer movie. She was on.
Oh, it was on the Deuce.
Yeah. Paying the dues on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna still give it to Halle Bailey.
Still give it to Halle Berry. Okay, cool. Um, this is a nice young new core of actresses that are relatively well known. They in big stuff, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Halle Bailey just have the look of what I would expect that character to look like from Janet Jackson. She looked like she carries the vulnerability like Janet Jackson, and I think all of them could pull it off acting wise, but to be everything that Janet Jackson was and a little bit more, I think Halle would give you that in my estimation as well. So I say Halle Bailey. Shout out to Rowan Jack. Shout out to Rowan Jack in the building. You already know. You already know. Uh, oh, they said they can't. They can barely see you. Where's the hell is Santana's? Oh, yeah, they said they could. They said, "What the hell is Santana's?" Y'all cracking jokes. Ashley's probably sleeping with somebody's wife. Oh, word. Oh, word. That's what we doing in the chat. That's why
Damn.
y'all giving it up in the chat. Oh, that's y'all lit tonight. Oh, I started the show and I see what it do. Okay. I see what it is. Uh, Santana's dreads. Recap.
Just put it in the ponytail. You know what I'm saying?
Recast Terry Crews. Yeah. Yeah, y'all crazy. All right, so the rest of the world went with Dominique Fishback at 31%. At 31%. Yeah. So that's so again we both went with Halle Bailey. So we thought they was gonna go with Halle Bailey. They went with Dominique Fishback. All right, moving on. Uh I can't see your left ear, bro. Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna be crazy to cut later on in the playback. Uh Next question. What would you rather have in your house? Number one, game room. Number two, a pool, like a pool outside. Number three, movie theater. Number four, workout room.
Mm. I'm gonna have to always go with a pool because a pool is always a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Bikinis, burgers. You know what I'm saying? Beers. You can't go wrong, son.
That's that Miami lifestyle, you
I'm,
heard?
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? A pool party every day on a random Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm a fan of all these, you know what I'm saying? I like to have all these in the house on damn man. For me, because I'm such a movie person, give me the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? Give me the movie theater. Nice movie theater, good little 12-seater in the crib. You know what I mean? Have a nice friend with me. You know what I'm saying? She ain't never seen nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Fresh popcorn maker in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Or let the hot popcorn hit her tongue and everything with the butter. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And let her go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with movie theater in this one. You went with pool. The rest of the world went with pool at 39%. At 39%. Can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. We both live in Florida, so a pool is an essential thing living out here when you're from another state.
Mm-hmm.
People that's from Florida don't care about having no pools, but people that's from out of state and we relocate down here, we want a pool in the back. You know what I'm saying? We want to be like Marcus Burnett and get us a little pool for $3,400. You know what I'm saying? Get it
Mm-hmm.
for $3,400. You know what I'm saying? Let one of the kids ask us how much the better pools cost. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get slapped on site. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shout out to Marcus Burnett. You know what I mean? All right, moving on. Next question. Which career would you rather have? Which career would you rather have from the NFL? To make it more clear. Number one, Dan Marino. Number two, Eli Manning. Number three, Aaron Rodgers. Number four, Michael Vick.
Come on, baby. That's off rip, man. Eli Manning, baby. Come on, son. Gave
Why? Why you going with Eli?
gave Tom Brady the two most important L's of his career, my nigga, and can never take that back. You know what I'm saying? The two important losses in the Super Bowl, baby, can never escape what we were. What he told Tommy Shepard? They can never take what we were. I don't care. So he gave us two Super Bowls, baby. Eli Manning is always gonna be forever be the GOAT of New York Giants, man. I don't care. Gave us two Super Bowls in a span of 4 years, and we didn't think we was gonna get one. You know what I'm saying? And we got two.
Yeah.
You feel me? Off the strength of the Patriots two times. So I'm gonna take that all the time. Eli the GOAT, baby.
Which,
All
which, which Super Bowl was more gratifying for
the
you?
one where they went 18-1, baby.
with Randy? With
With
Randy?
Randy motherfucking Moss, nigga.
And,
18-1.
and he was killing that year. I ain't gonna hold you. Randy was.
Listen, the one loss was in the Super Bowl, baby. That's
Yeah,
the one game you needed to win.
yo, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's
we took that.
that's crazy. All right, so you picked Eli. That's such a tough one for me. For me, it's a tough one because yo, Michael Vick was like the first quarterback that I seen rock Jordans on the NFL field, and it was like cool, and it was like, yo, if Vic rocking JOs, I'm rocking JOs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he
Mm-hmm.
17s. I remember him rocking the white and red 17s. And then when I for Hamilton at the time, I get on the field with my black and blue low cut 13s. My coach was like, yo, I don't know where you think you going with those, but you not playing on no field with those, B. You better get you some real cleats. You ain't playing in them kicks, B. So, and there was a few times I tried to play in some kicks and my coach wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Leno, wherever that he may be. But I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers. He's had one of the best arms. You can't name three quarterbacks that have a better arm than Aaron Rodgers. He is a Super Bowl champion, countless of Pro Bowls. You know, he still got a shot to win a Super Bowl this year, which I doubt because my Chiefs, he got to come through Title Town. You know what I'm saying? But even though he got the one Super Bowl, his accolades is just it's just crazy at this point. So me personally, I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. My brother chose Eli Manning. I see Michael Vick. I see Michael Vick. The chat is choosing Michael Vick. And then not to mention, before I say the answer, Michael Vick was so lit that when he sold his sneakers, like they try to like it was an experience. Like I remember the one commercial where he throwing the ball out the whole arena into the
Mm-hmm.
street. You know what I'm saying? I remember that commercial. Then they upped the ante by making his sneakers like wearing his sneakers like being on a theme park ride. Where's the Michael Vick experience where you got to strap in, the linebackers coming, you spin and like yo Michael Vick, he just changed he made quarterbacking look popping from them young inner city kids with wild athleticism. So I'm still choosing Aaron Rodgers. You chose Eli Manning. The rest of the world went with Aaron Rodgers at 36%, y'all. At 36%. All dope quarterbacks. All dope. Dan Marino was that dude in his time, but never won a Super Bowl. And so know what I'm saying? And shout out, and Dan Marino was also in Bad Boys as well. You know what I'm saying? So you got to shout out Dan Marino. You know what I mean? All right, so moving on. Last question on popular opinions. Which of these guys is my first cousin, y'all? Which of these guys is my first cousin? Number one, Marcus Houston. Number two, D'Lo Brown, the wrestler from WWE. Number three, Leroy Richardson, NBA referee. Number four, John Starks, NBA legend from the New York Knicks. And this will all make sense in the playback when y'all can see some of the pictures.
Uh, I'm probably gonna have to go with Marcus Houston, my dude. You know what I'm saying? Serenade. You know what I'm saying? You had the young immature crew, then y'all stepped it up, got the IMX, then you went your own way. Got the Marcus Houston love ballads and shit, you know what I'm saying? On his grown man serenaded with the trench coat and shit, you know what I'm saying?
With the naked song or the naked song?
Facts. Mad serenading going on, you know what I'm saying? Mad harmonizing.
I ain't never got the treatment, the go home Roger treatment. I tell you that. You know
Nah, you see, I ain't even put that in the scenario, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't even in the ingredients, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. They said Marcus Houston in the chat. Y'all are retarded. They said Jesse Smollett in the chat. He not even a choice. You stupid. You stupid, Rowan. That's funny. Jesse Smollett. All right, y'all. Uh, so of course I know the answer. Who's my first cousin on this list? It's not John Starks. You know, because I used to get people always used to say we look alike. Marcus Houston. People always used to tell me I look like Marcus Houston, the singer. D'Lo Brown in high school, dudes could not stop making jokes that me and D'Lo Brown was twin brothers, but no, or they thought we was cousins. No, it's actually Leroy Richardson, the NBA referee. Is actually my first cousin. He's been a referee in the NBA for over like 30 years, and he's doing his thing. So shout out to my cousin Leroy Richardson. But 50% said Marcus Houston on this list as well. So you was right. You know what I'm saying? You was right, but the answer was Leroy Richardson. If you look him up, you'll see it. You know, in the playback, y'all get a chance to see the pictures. So that was pretty cool. Leroy Jenkins, John Legend. I look like every light skinned dude that was ever famous, right?
Every light skinned dude that ever came on the face of the earth type. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, for real. Like this one girl was like, "Yo, do you know Jason Tatum? Come on, where you going with this, man? Like, cut it out." You know what I'm saying? The White Ranger. Y'all stupid. The White Ranger. All right, so moving on. I Hollywood need to ask us. We came up with this segment because there's been a lot of trash movies in Hollywood, even though they making a step up. But we got the best ideas, and we're gonna give it to you straight, raw and uncut. You could go first on this one. You could go first on this one.
So Hollywood need to ask us. I need an Arthur Ashe documentary slash series. I
Wow.
need to see the legacy of Arthur Ashe, how he became, he's the first tennis player to break molds and barriers and open the doors and allow other professionals of melanin descent and complexion to compete and also win the coveted awards in tennis. So I would love to see documentary series just like how they did with OJ Simpson trial, and same way FX is doing with their documentary series with the whole Clippers situation as well. I would
Hmm.
love to see them take that same ferocity and intensity and tackle Arthur Ashe and really flush out this person's character. I feel as though we don't get enough information about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, he prolific in tennis, but we don't know much. I personally don't know much about him. So I would love to see a documentary series about his life, his skill set on and off the field, and what he contributed to the game of tennis.
Hmm. That'll be fire. That'll be fire. Do you have any idea on who would play out the Ash?
Like I said, I barely seen a few pitches. So somebody to play Arthur Ashe, I would. Let me see. I need somebody. I need a young character. Um, Preferably. This guy is stupid. Yo, Ro is crazy. He's sipping that moonshine right now. You know what I'm saying? uh, what's probably that young character who played with Lakeith Stanfield in the Book of Clarence.
Okay, I know you're talking about. I know you're talking.
He was also in that western with what you
Yeah,
call, yeah. I could see him play Arthur Ashe. You know what I'm saying, made so I'm saying like the complexion might not be
yeah,
there,
yeah,
but
yeah,
Hollywood gonna do what Hollywood do.
yeah,
Just Hollywood, just make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Y'all do the casting, y'all get the directors, make it happen. Arthur Ashe next year. Let's see it happen. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And not to mention, he has the slim body frame. Pause. You throw the afro on him, like you said. They Hollywood this
Yeah,
thing up.
Hollywood could Hollywood the jump. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If you
yeah.
could make Flex
Look
play,
like Michael Jackson, like what I'm saying. Like that was like the biggest like finesse ever. Like
and
y'all.
y'all still went through with it. So you know what I'm saying? That shit got hella okays, but by the time it got to my viewing pleasure, and it wasn't a pleasure to watch it. Pause.
Right, right.
So y'all the Hollywood the joint. So Hollywood Arthur Ashe. You heard?
And but you know what
Matter
the mix is on that. It's not the problem that he played Michael Jackson. It was the problem that he played the real like successful light version of Michael Jackson. You know what I'm
matter
saying?
of fact, the buddy who played in when Snowfall could play Arthur Ashe. Light skinned buddy. That was Franklin Mans.
I could see that. I could
You know
see
what I'm
that.
saying? He already got the fro. You know what I'm saying? He rocked the fro already. Like, and then they could make Buddy taller. I feel like Arthur Ashe might have been taller, son, but
He had a little height on him. He had a little.
so Hollywood could do the angles and make it happen. And he's a hella good actor too. So I think he could pull Arthur Ashe off. You know what I'm saying? Why not? And he from I don't know if he's from Cali or something like that. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna do the biography reading on him. But I
Yeah.
think that actor could definitely play it. The one that played with Dame Simon Idris in Snowfall, the light skinned dude.
I wanna throw a couple people in that ring. I don't know if he's too old at this point, but he still has a young look. Matter of fact, three people. The guy that plays Sweetness from Roll Bounce. Um,
Okay, yeah,
I could for some reason I could see Nick Cannon.
yeah.
Um,
I've seen the Canon. They're
and
like an older joint, like
yeah,
he's in his
yeah,
like, yeah, I mean, older professional
yeah, yeah.
ages. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. And also I'm gonna throw the kid that plays the brother on BMF. He plays Terry. There's Terry and there's the one. I think his name is Da Vinci. He also, yeah, I think his name is Da Vinci. He's the taller one. He's the brother. He's the taller brother in in BMF.
Mm-hmm.
In BMF, I could definitely see him play Arthur Ashe as well too. That would be dope. That would be dope. They saying Orlando Brown. Hell, yeah, Orlando Brown is actually a great actor. He's actually a great actor. The antics is just funny, but also sad at the same time. I'm not gonna hold you. That's some sort of that's his antics. That's elevated by some sort of narcotic. Like so, I wish him all the best, to be honest with you. But yeah, they said Orlando Brown. All right, so moving. Oh, so me. So Hollywood need to ask us. I want to see a movie that's prevalent to today's dating market, and they have to incorporate social media into this movie. They have to incorporate what the thing is when you go on Instagram, when you go on TikTok, when you go on all these platforms, and people are actually like going on there to date, to post pictures, and the difficulties of really dating in today's market. Like you could go out there as a single man, you could get some sex easily. It's not hard to get in this market. But to find somebody that you want to build with and really have a companion and live your life with, that's extremely hard. That's extremely hard. Pause. So, say right now, tonight, as a young man, you could go out there right now, an experienced man. You go out there right now to your local club, bar, anywhere where there's women, and you could hook up with somebody that night, tonight. But to build something with this person is so I want to see a movie built in that elk based on today's dating, the difficulties. There is a possibility that you can't find somebody, but like the logic of most people is crazy. Like, for example, and I'm gonna throw myself in this. Like, when I meet a woman very early, I won't kiss her because I feel like kissing is intimate, but I will have sex with her. See how backwards that is? For most women that I meet, they'll give up the cakes, right? But they won't uh 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 they won't really know if they really like you for real. They'll give you the cakes, but they don't know enough. They don't really know enough about you to like. If you're like, yo, you remember my last name? Nah, I never asked you your last name. So you won't know a dude's last name, but you give up the cakes. And then for my case, I will smash, but I won't kiss. So I want to see a movie built on that ideology on both sides and the difficulties in today's market regarding that.
Mm. Nah, dope.
Because everybody has their own proclivities on dating. You know what I mean? Like what do you think about what I just said about with women having their proclivities on them? They will let you smash, but they won't know you for real. And then my aspect where I will smash a woman, but I won't kiss her in the mouth.
What you mean? Like what I think about it, or
Yeah, like what do you think of the ideologies on both sides?
I mean, like it's really not. for men, we get. You know what I'm saying? So if a woman is putting it out, then we just gonna play the game the way it is.
Mhm.
If a woman makes it harder for men to get it, then a man gonna play the game however it is. It's because social media and dating apps made the game much easier. So I mean, men just feel like, all right, that's how you want it, no problem. I don't
Mhm.
have to commit to you no more. I don't have to marry you no more. I don't have to do none of these things. Okay, cool. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? These were things that women required of men, and now they don't require nothing. So it's like, all right, why do I need to go hard? Well, you don't require for me to go hard. So I'm not gonna go hard. You know what I'm saying? If
Mhm.
you require me to go hard and you worthy of me going hard, then yes, I'll go hard. But if you're not requiring me to go hard, I'm not gonna go hard. And then on top of that, you can require me to go hard, but if you're not worthy of it, then you can ask the wall to go hard all you want. Don't mean you're gonna get a response.
Mhm.
You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So it's really the women.
Mhm.
They're the ones that set the game up like this. And now they mad that they're not getting the results that they set up. You can't be mad because that's how y'all wanted it. So
Mhm.
I mean, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like there ain't no coming back from this. So I don't know where they're gonna go from here, but I mean, man, eating. I know I've been eating for a long time, so
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And they have to put this in this type of movie because the ideology is just crazy. Like, so when a woman hears goes hard, there's a difference between going hard and pricing yourself out, ladies. That's not what my brother's saying. He's not saying price yourself. He's saying going hard, right? So, for example, if I could go on social media right now, Instagram, for example, Twitter, I'll see naked women all day, and it won't be a woman that's in porno industry or a woman that I won't see. It'll be a chick I will see tonight at a club or tomorrow just in passing because you're posting basically pictures with your bra, panties. Got to have the close up with the you know what I'm saying, with the muscle out, and you know what I'm saying, and it's just so easy to access now. Growing up, a lot of women used to cover up. So the thought process of going hard and wanting to see that woman naked and getting to know her, that was all the process. So now the process of getting to know somebody and getting intimate now is get intimate first and then get to know somebody later. So I need to see a movie based on those ideologies. So all right, so moving on. All right. Make sure y'all hit that patreon.com. Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast? Again, patreon.com. Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast for exclusive merch? Also in all the videos that's in the rewatch and it's probably in the live, you'll see connect videos to merchandise. We have the OUV hats for sale right now. And we also have on pre order the Can the Brothers Get a Rap t-shirts for pre-order. So make sure you tap in immediately, get your pre-order, get your size, get fitted, get right, and you'll get your Can Your Brothers Get a Rap podcast t-shirts as well. All right, moving on to one of the most famous segments of the show, the must-see segment, where we have must-see movies, must-hear music, and must-see classic shows. You want to start this one off?
Theme chat, you know how I do. I always have a theme. So hopefully y'all did your homework last episode and found out what Nambla was. So y'all should have figured that out. So
Uh,
now theme is Nambla inspired movies. So y'all should already know what Nambla is. So right. So the first movie on this list is Lolita. Came out in 1962. Stars Lou Leon, James Mason, Peter Sellers, Shelley Winters, Shirley Douglas, Lois Maxwell, Gary Pause Cockwell, crazy, Marion
Great.
Stone. Yo, I don't know how he made it through life with that name. Diane Decker, C. Linder, and Jerry Stoven. This movie is basically, like I said, Nambla inspired. It's basically a movie about an inappropriate relationship between an old man, a grown man, and adolescent young girl, right? So y'all should know what NAMBLA means, right? Next movie on this list with an inappropriate relationship with an older man and a young female in her adolescent years is Leon the Professional. Came out in 1994, stars Jean Reno, Natalie Portman, Gary Oldman, Danny Aleo, uh, Mayowen, Carl J. Mostovich, Michael Blavatito, and Elizabeth Regan. Basically about a hitman who lives on the floor underneath this family. Family gets into a situation, and you got to watch the rest of the movie about how this hitman and this young girl intertwine and get connected. All right. And last but not least, on NAMBLA inspired movie themes, they felt as though that first movie Lolita was so good that they had to remake it again. So we talking about Lolita in 1997. Stars Jeremy Irons, Dominique Swain, Melanie Griffin, Frank Langala, Emma Griffiths, Susan Shepard, Ben Silverstone, Eddie Gardy, and Aaron Dean. Again, movie is a remake from the original in 1962. They thought it was so good that they just had to bring it to you again. And it's about an inappropriate relationship with a grown man and an adolescent girl. So NAMBLA inspired movies are Lolita from 1962, the remake Lolita from 1997, and Leon the Professional from 1994. There you go.
Make sure y'all tap into those movies. Shout out to Franklin Langala. He's in a lot of movies from like the 80s and the 90s. Like he was really a part of our childhood, even though he was an older actor while we was kids, but he was in a lot of movies, bro. So shout out to Franklin Gala. All right, so make sure y'all tap into those movies. My must see, three must see movies. I'm gonna start this off right. I never have a theme. It's just movies that I felt like was a bit overlooked, and I'm just gonna, enhance with some looks. Pause. All right, so my first must see movie is called Dog House, directed by Jake West. Cast is stars Danny Dyer, Stephen Graham, Neil Maselk, uh, Noel Clark, and Emil Marway. Dope fire movie about four friends that's taking one of their friends from their girl. Like they going on a bachelor's retreat type of thing before he gets married. And at this particular theme park, they taking him to him. It's supposed to be like a theme park for bachelors, so a lot of lit shit going on. So, which is a dope idea, might I add. I've never heard a theme park for bachelors. And when they get there, you got to see the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for you. So make sure you tap into Doghouse. Second movie that's a must see is No One Would Tell. Came out in 1996, directed by Noel Nisak. Pause. That was another one, like the other one you just had. Uh,
Right.
Stars Fred Savage from Wonder Years. I don't know if you guys remember Wonder Years. Uh, Kansas Cameras Kansas Cameron Burr. She plays the sister on Full House, the older sister on Full House. Heather McCobb, Justina Machado, and Eric Belaford. Dope movie. Is actually a movie based on a true story about a young girl falling for the jock of all jocks at the school. He's a captain of the wrestling team, and they had domestic disputes, and you have to see the rest of the movie. So make sure you tap into No One Would Tell. uh my last and final movie is A Killer Among Us. Came out in 1990, directed by Peter Levine. Stars Jasmine Guy, Maketi Williamson, Dwight Schultz, Sharon Sims, Anna Marie Horsford. Y'all probably know Anna Marie Horsford, most known for playing Dee on the Wayans Brothers. Mikel T. Williams for playing the uncle on ATL, and you probably know Jasmine Guy best from playing on A Different World. Dope fire movie. It's about a juror who just sees the best in this particular person that's on trial for murder, and they having a different eye on it, and now they become a target, and you have to see the rest of the movie. So make sure you tap into A Killer Among Us, No One Would Tell, and Doghouse. So make sure you tap into those movies. No One Would Tell is on YouTube. Is it? Okay, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Uh Winter, did you get your stuff? Did you get your stuff, Winter? Shout out to the chat. Yo, thank y'all, chat, showing love. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's a lot of people in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We love the love, and it helps us with the show. Uh, Moving on to must hear music. I got three must hear albums, y'all. Three must hear albums. Number one, the Friday soundtrack came out in 1995. Number two, The Game LAX album came out in 2008. 2008, fire album. The three, Rhapsody's album called Eve that came out in 2019. Check those out. All of them was must hears. Rhapsody's Eve album that came out in 2019, the Game LAX album that came out in 2008, and the Friday soundtrack that came out in 1995. Must hear. Make sure y'all tap into those. You got a classic show for us?
Not a classic show, but definitely a must watch. You can catch it on Netflix. It's 4 seasons in now, going on its fifth season. It's called Stranger Things. Came out 2016. Stars Mila Bobby Brown, Finn Withhead, Noah Schnaps, Caleb McLaughlin, Sadie Sink, Gatton Matsarosa, Joe Carey, David Harbour, Natalie Dwyer, Winona Ryder, Charlie Heaton, and Maya Hawke. About a small town in a small of middle America in the 80s. Very big on 80s nostalgia. And they just deal with just stranger things. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch it to see what they're dealing with. So it got 4 seasons right now, working on the fifth one, so you could catch up before the fifth season starts. Again, it's Stranger Things, and it came out in 2016.
Make sure y'all tap into that. I've never seen Stranger Things. I never sat down and watched it. So, because you said it, I'm gonna sit down and watch it. All right, my classic, must see classic show is not a classic in my opinion, but it is a must see. It's very interesting, and they put a different spin on it. Mine's is called Bates Motel. Uh, Obviously about Norman Bates, but the show is actually really good. It has 5 seasons. Came out in 2013. The cast is Freddie Highmore, Vera Farmaga. Sorry if I messed your name up. Mac Peridot, Olivia Colt, Nestor Corbell, and Kenny Johnson. Shout out to Kenny Johnson. Uh, Dope show. It's about um, obviously the serial killer uh, is known as Marilyn Manson, is known as Norman Bates. Those Norman Bates movies was real famous in like the 70s, 80s, if I'm not mistaken. And they just they retooled it and turned it into a series. And it's actually pretty good, y'all. It's a must see, so make sure you tap into Bates Motel. All right, moving on to cologne of the week. We got some cologne, some smell goods. People get right, get right.
Definitely got to smell good for you to try this week. Definitely it's called Fluid Project, and the scent is called Humanity. Fire scent, smell good for sure. Won't go wrong with it. Again, it's called Fluid Project, and the scent is called Humanity.
So make sure y'all tap into that, y'all. Uh, so y'all already know. Hold on, before we get into that, yo, bro, did you catch Bad Boys?
No, not yet.
You didn't catch Bad Boys? All right, so moving on to the next segment. Y'all already know what time it is, y'all. It's time to rap. It's time to rap. All right, first hot topic of the night. Uh, Eminem, the rapper Eminem, and LeBron James have a docu series about to drop about Napster and the music piracy. What do you think about that?
I mean, the collaboration of LeBron and Eminem is kind of out there, I guess. But I mean, the subject matter is interesting because we grew up around Napster, and it was a very interesting time when it first came out. They started downloading crazy. None of us knew that it was illegal to download from Napster and all that stuff. So it'll be intriguing to see um that time, and a documentary about it. It's just the people who putting the money up. It's just kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? LeBron
Yeah.
James and them, but hey, put the bread up. You know what I'm saying? Cut the check.
hmm Now, I wonder if certain narratives will take on I wonder if a certain narratives would take on a life of its own. Like certain artists was able to blossom in the age of Napster because Napster caught on like wildfire in the age of getting free music. And certain artists, what they would do is that when they drop their music, it will be their music, but they will put somebody else's name on the title. So you thinking you're clicking on 50 Cents, whatever he had out at the time, or whoever was the popping artist at the time, Jay Z or Kanye, and then it'll be somebody else completely different just to get their dollars up. You know what I'm saying? Just to get their views up. So I wonder if they're going to dabble in that as well because that became a life of its own within Napster because Napster got hacked and the whole music piracy thing. So it's going to be quite interesting if they bring that into the docu series as well. So outside of the collaborators, what would you want to see highlighted in this documentary, being that it's about Napster and the music piracy?
Um, Highlighted just really how they got the platform of Napster up and running. You know what I'm saying? The website itself.
That would be dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I would like to see that too. All right, moving on. Moving on. Did you know? Did you know back in 1996, if I'm not mistaken, Martin Lawrence turns down the role of Detective Carter for Rush Hour.
Mm.
And then, of course, Chris Tucker ends up taking that role and becoming Detective Carter for uh, for Rush Hour.
I
But
mean, probably saw something that um he didn't see himself doing. So probably in hindsight, he made a better decision not to take that role on. And it probably would have, I don't know if it would have changed it or anything like that, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? But
mhm.
went to it went to whatchamacall, and you know what I'm saying? The history, I mean, history was written after that. But it'd be an intriguing to see him play Martin Lawrence play that role in Rush Hour.
I think if Martin Lawrence played Detective Carter, it would be a slightly different movie because Martin and Chris Tucker they go about their way of comedy a bit different. I think it would probably been a better movie, but because Rush Hour gave Chris Tucker the space to cook in a way at his style of comedy, I can't see Martin doing that role now. You know what I'm saying? So, because originally, if I see him in Jackie Chan, I think it's a funnier movie because the fact that what Martin does and for him to play on Jackie Chan's broken English, I think that would have been funny all in itself. And Martin said the only reason why he turned it down was because of the money. It
Mm.
wasn't money. So I found that very interesting about that, about that decision. It wasn't enough money for him to play that role.
Makes sense. They
But he
want to cut the check.
hmm but he did give it up to Chris Tucker though. He said Chris Tucker was supposed to get that role because look what he was able to do with it. So he gave it up. But out, the rendition of Martin and Jackie Chan, I think that could be a dope combination with the comedy and the action, and like I said, with Jackie Chan's broken English, I think that would have been completely funny as well too. So
Mm,
shit,
mm,
I wouldn't mind seeing a Chris Tucker and a Martin Lawrence movie. Probably not buddy cop, but maybe something with crime.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? Like I thought Martin in Blue Streak with Dave Chappelle as his little homie as crime mates was a funny dynamic. So I would love to see something more where they had a movie with just themselves as being crime partners. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, I don't know what to tell you, but this Miles guy, he's gay. Like, and the timing of it was just like perfect with Dave Chappelle and Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence. So I think that would have been dope to see as what would be dope to see is Martin and Chris Tucker play, crime mates of such in a movie. That would be dope.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, next hot topic, y'all. Uh, how would you feel? Because there's a whole lot of pictures going around. Women going to the Chris Brown show. How would you feel if your woman took a seductive picture with Chris Brown after the show?
That would never even happen. I'm gonna be a buck and honest, and it's not being facetious or cocky or in a sense. That would not happen. My woman would not. First of all, Chris Brown is charging $1,000 to take a photo. That's definitely not happening. You know what I'm saying? Because that's $1,000 wasted for what? To take a photo? Not my woman. Not the game I'll be cooking every day. You gonna turn around? I'm cooking you game every day. You gonna turn around and talk about? Oh, I'm going to Chris. Oh, Daddy, I'm going to see Chris Brown. I'm gonna pay $1,000 to see his picture, and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, baby, cool. Come back with the picture. Fuck, I look like you're already terrible with money. We already know women are terrible with money, and this is a perfect example. You're spending $1,000 to take a picture. That is the greatest finesse. Shout out to Chris Brown, mind you. Super, super finesse. You know what I'm saying? On top of the ticket sales, then a thousand extra dollars? Top tier
Per,
finesse.
per, per.
Per Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Per person. You know what I'm
So,
saying? So that's not even included with nothing else. Not included with the merchandise, not included with you. He don't get the popcorn and chicken and dip
right.
sales. You know what I'm saying? So the ticket sales, the merch, and then you taking a picture with Chris Brown.
So,
He
so,
go home with all these millions, and you come back, you come home with no boyfriend, no crib. You know what I'm saying? Fuck around if you want to.
so you saying that Chris Brown don't get no butter equity on the shows? He don't get no butter on the popcorn equity?
Nah, he don't get no equity on that. You know what I'm saying? So he got finesse and get some other ends. So he's just gonna
Yo.
pose with your boo with his hand palming your boo butt. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna charge her $1,000 for that.
So he don't get no butter equity, no Snickers equity on
Oh
the.
no, he getting butter equity. You know what I'm saying? It's just not it's just the one you can't believe it's not butter. You know what I'm saying? He getting
Yo.
butter equity, that's for sure.
Now on average, right? Damn, I really got that was funny. Yo, on average, how many women do you think take pictures with him after the show for the $1,000 pictures?
Bro, if he get 100, that's if he just get 100, that's 10 bands. Is it 10 bands? No, I'm tripping. No, that's 1,000. No, 100 people. No, that's 100,000.
No, I'm saying on average. You saying on average he
If
got
he just get a hundred junks waiting for him that paid $8,000,
a.
just 100, and it's Chris Brown. It's way more than that. But
Hmm.
I'm just saying 100 of his time to take pictures. You know what I'm saying? Take that one picture, maybe two, and then next. You know what I'm saying? After a while, that takes some time.
Hmm.
Just on average, if he just does 100 females taking a photo, that's $100,000 just to him.
Hmm.
You could sell me that 1,000, baby, right to my account. You heard? I go straight to Buddy. That's
So so me, if that was me, I wouldn't have no girl. Like if I have a if I'm in a relationship, like I've heard I heard a woman that I was seeing recently, and she said, and mind you, we talk, but we not in a relationship. So something about she said something about ghosts, about Amari Hardrick. You know, oh, he's so fine, da da da. Da. I'll meet him one day. Automatically in my mind, I was like, yeah, I know you're gonna jump out the window. I know you're gonna jump out the window. That's why I would never take you serious. Cause it don't take Amari Hardrick for real. You know what I'm saying? It just takes the right situation. So I would never take you serious. But I'm a butter your biscuits tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I do, but I would never take you serious just based on that logic alone. Because there's a lot of women out there that'll be like, "Baby, you know I love you." Pause. Da 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 da. Da, but you know, if I meet the Rock, like you gotta give me a hall pass or something. Like, be ready to risk it all, and it's not just the celebrity or that person. It could be somebody like them, like, yo, girl, he looked just like such and such, and you know what I'm saying, what's the chances I'm actually gonna meet this person? So Chris Brown in person with chicks, and if I had a woman and she went over there to took suggestive pictures with Chris Brown, she not my woman, dog. It's just that simple. She not my woman. That's it. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? One thing to take a picture. A picture's a picture, right? But a suggestive picture, being bent over. I don't know if you've seen some of these pictures that he's been taking with these women, but mind you, they want these pictures. They be bent over. He'll pick them up, lift them up. You
but
know,
it for me. It's not even the pose. It's just the mere fact that you are spending $1,000 to take a photo that does not make you no money, and then you want to turn and tell me that you are smart and logical with money because women are opening businesses. But then you take $1,000 to spend, to invest, to take a picture with Chris Brown that brings you no ROI. Where's your return on investment?
hmm
What did you gain by spending $1,000? What did you gain?
hmm
Fuck the picture, fuck the pose. What did you gain when you spent $1,000? Did you bring anything back into the household? No, you did not. All you did was bring up a picture of you bent over with Chris Brown. That's cool. Then you could go home to your mom with that bent over picture with Chris Brown and ask her why you can't pay rent this month. It's like, it's stupid.
uh-huh.
It's foolish. But it just showcases what the mentality of our so-called women. This is what we got to choose from. This is what we got to choose from.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
know my woman ain't taking $1,000 out of our household to go to pay, not pay for the Chris Brown concert. Who
Yeah, this
knows how much that is?
this is just for the
Take
picture.
the photo.
Right.
No,
Right.
no.
I would think a good Chris Brown concert ticket is probably like $500 to get like a really good ticket at a Chris Brown show. I
You
wouldn't
know,
say that.
bad.
I wouldn't say that's a front row seat. I'm saying for a good seat, about 500, 525, and then she paid that 525 plus the 1,000. You know what I'm saying?
To get nothing, to get
So
entertained. That's all you did.
yeah,
You lost $1,500, $1,600 for entertainment when you could have just played a Chris Brown song on from Apple iTunes. You know what I'm saying?
bro, that's just for the event. We didn't talk about refreshments, travels. You know she gonna get her hair done. You know she gonna get her outfit. So 1,500 that just ballooned up to 35.
Shout out to Ron Jack. Appreciate you with the super chat. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Rowan Jack. I can AI generated photos with Chris Brown for less than this super chat.
That's what I'm saying. Like you leave women to their own devices. This is what happens.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
that's
then people just gonna see the game and finesse you and get bread out of you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Whether
mhm,
it's them Hotep Negroes, Chris Brown, relationship gurus, you know what I'm saying? Steve Harvey, you know what I'm saying? They just gonna finesse you black women out your bread.
mhm,
That's all it is. And all they gotta do is play at your emotions and you gonna give the money up. So I know my woman ain't taking no $1,000 out of the household for no Chris Brown. I'm sorry. Not
yeah,
no woman I deal with.
yeah. That's funny though. That's funny. But it be all types of chicks that be taking pictures from from what we see. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Foxy Brown could play a key role in the Keefe D Tupac murder case. Um, Supposedly, it's this is alleged, but she's going to be called to the stand that that Keefe D put her in his book at the same time that he was in Vegas. But now the lawyer is saying that his lawyer is saying that he wrote the book out of fantasy and not out of fact. What do you think about that?
I mean, where's the police that was investigating the case? You know what I'm saying? Don't they got evidence to back or deny the claims that KVD is saying? I mean, they've been had the evidence for damn near 30 years. You could just go in the evidence room, take the box out, and match it. If it's wrong, then he's lying. Now, if he's right, I don't know what that means.
Hmm.
You feel me? But do some cop work. That's what y'all did, right? Y'all have the evidence, right? So is he lying or no?
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
The biggest thing for me about this, you just said it. It's been 30 years. It's been 30 years, bro. It's a long time to get justice for this man's murder, for anybody's murder.
And didn't they say the person that supposedly pulled the trigger, Orlando Brown, passed away or something?
Yeah. Hmm.
Isn't that the person that they claim was the shooter?
Right,
So if he passed away, who are we still looking for?
right, right.
Unless he's not the shooter. You know what I'm saying?
But to be fair, Keefe D spoke up on it on several platforms, especially a certain I don't even want to say his name to give him no clout, but there's a Russian that has people on his show to and they go on his show voluntarily and incriminate themselves. And so he was on this guy's show, and this particular person asked the right questions, and basically Keefe D put himself in Vegas on the podcast.
I don't even believe he even had any parts in it because it didn't even make no sense. But you know what I'm saying? It's all entertainment. It's all ploy to distract people. People are very emotional when it comes to Tupac. All this, that, and the third. None of it makes any sense. That unless if it's all used as a major distraction, and this is a very good distraction. That's all as I see it as. Like it's another distraction for what I'm not too sure or privy on it, but the mere fact that they're using this as a huge news media outlet goes to show you that it's a society. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never really cared about who really killed Tupac. Like, come on. But they know black people care.
Mhm.
Since we care so much emotionally about the situation, they're just gonna dangle it in front of us while we're looking at this when we should be looking over there. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. But do we though?
Hmm.
But do we though? Do we care about the situation at this point? Most of the people who were
I mean, a majority of people don't care, but the mere fact that they pushing it out there to get us to care is the reason why I say it's a distraction. Because 95% of people is like 30 years later, we done moved on with our lives. Like
Right,
the older generation who were cared about it, do they really care now as much?
right,
Like to see some resolution, but
right,
to tune in on it every night to find out what's going on, like not so much. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
that's what I feel as though it's like a psyop or some major distraction. Because you know what I'm saying? Why? Why now?
Hmm. And the reason why I asked that question is because if Tupac was about 25, 26, and majority of the people, the pop culture around that time is 30 years later. So now we're talking about people who was possibly teenagers, young adults, are now grandparents in their 50s now. So that energy has completely but people, like you said, want to see some sort of resolution because it's an interest piece at this point. Um, you know, Keefe D put himself in this situation by even speaking on it, and he could have avoided all this just by not speaking on it. You know what I mean? You're just making life harder for yourself, trying to be cool, trying to appeal to the new generation and the new media. Like it's real. It's real clownish. So it is what it is at this point. But whatever the truth is, I hope hope it rise. And if the truth already rose, then I hope people are settled with that and be able to move forward. All right, next hot topic: Bernie Mac co-star Camille Winbush. She played one of the kids on the Bernie Mac show. Is catching major backlash for having a OnlyFans page. What do you think about that?
Um, I mean um those checks dried up. You know what I'm saying? She hasn't been working in years. She hasn't got any roles, anything. Checks dried up. And like any other woman, that um they see the quick way to get some bread is to finesse simps out their bread. And you know what I'm saying? She hopped at the opportunity to get some money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not knocking it. If there weren't any simps out here giving the easy money, they wouldn't have a platform like OnlyFans. But there are simps out there. So I mean, more power to you to get the bread. You feel me? I can't knock it. If there's a game to play and you playing it, I can't knock it.
Well, that's what she said. She said that at the end of the day, they was really giving her backlash because she was on a major show. It's in syndication. There's no reason why she should have her OnlyFans. But what she said is like, listen, she used to get real nice checks from the show, but the longer the show is in syndication, the more years done pass, them checks get started off big are now smaller and smaller and smaller. She got her rest of her life to live. She took her money from the show and opened up an ice cream business and had an ice cream business for a numerous amount of years. But time has continued to pass where she's trying to really make a living off of other things, and this is the avenue that she has right now. So she's going to do what she has to do to make herself some money, and that's just the bottom line, with that from what she said. So, um, it's kind of unfortunate that somebody that put in that type of work from a young age, this is what the result is. Because you would think her being a child actor, her doing her job, that um, even if she's not getting roles, that she could fall back into a background capacity where she could be, work on set, and have other avenues within the acting, maybe become an acting agent or whatever the case may be. So there's other avenues than just the acting itself. That's way more lucrative. Um, but this is what it is at the moment, and she got to make her money. So, I really can't fault her for it. It's just kind of crazy that she doesn't have access to other opportunities that could, allow her to keep her clothes on. But it is what it is. If dudes is gonna sign up and have some fun with it, and she don't see nothing wrong with it, it is what it is. It is what it is. Before we go on to the next hot topic, how do you guys feel about a Russian submarine floating around Cuba being close to Florida? You could go first.
It's a game. You gotta understand everybody's players in this game, whether it's Russian, whether it's Putin, whether it's Trump. When the cameras is on, they're all enemies. But when the cameras is off, they all buddy buddy. I'm telling you, they sipping champagne and eating caviar behind closed doors, laughing at y'all. You know what I'm saying? How is it that a submarine is off the coast of Florida and Cuba, but we got the greatest navigation, we got the greatest sonar and radar technology, but we don't catch it? You see what I'm saying? Like they want that shit over there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All a game and it's all a ploy, and that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. I really didn't even hear about it, but being that you have made mention of it, I have to agree with my brother. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all know what I always say. There's the chicken sandwich, the things that they want us to focus on, and then there's the real stuff that they do behind the back. But then you have to question the timing of why they showing this, the real thing of what they trying to do. So you have to question the timing and then what's the end game. I always say it in the square of that particular order. So it's that's very interesting. It's very interesting, and also in the Miami area, because that obviously Miami's is close to Cuba, is having horrible weather lately. So all of that is, I don't think, is by accident. Again, it's the chicken sandwich. It's the thing that they really trying to push forward. That's behind the scenes. It's the timing, and there's the end game. So that's what I think. So it's a much bigger play at hand, and stamping my brother's sentiment to the point where it seemed like it's all beef in the media, but it's all good behind closed doors. So great question though. Great question. Great question. All right, our next hot topic. Our next hot topic. Yo, quick shout out to the logo of the NBA. For those who don't know, the NBA logo is made out of Jerry West. He recently passed away a couple days back. RIP to the legendary Jerry West, NBA player, Lakers great, also a GM, head coach. He was also one of the main architects of rebuilding that Golden State Warrior team, y'all. He was the one that helped bring in a guy like uh uh, goodness gracious, the point guard from Indiana Pacers as the head coach, Mark Jackson, which led to drafting Steph, which led to drafting Clay, Draymond, and so on and so forth. He's also was the main architect for rebranding and rebuilding the Clippers organization. Anybody that know anything about basketball, the Clippers is an inept organization, or was an inept organization through the 70s, 80s, 90s, up until he got there, which again brings in Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul, and so on and so forth. So again, shout out and RIP to the logo, Jerry West. RIP. Um, whew. All right, moving on to the next hot topic. There was a Jamaican food truck busted for selling guns and cocaine in Newburgh, New York. What do you think about that?
Somebody snitched because if they've been doing it for a long time and nobody caught them, somebody had to tell. You know what I'm saying? Because that's brazen and really out there and open, and they must have been doing it for a number of years before they got caught. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they've been doing it for a number of years. They've been getting away with it. So that means somebody had to tell for the police to even get wind of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Do you think they got too successful? Where the dude was on the corner with a banana and say he gonna drop down on them niggas?
It's inevitable with any type of illegal activity. You know what I'm saying? You get away with it once, you get that adrenaline rush, and you keep getting away with it, and then you get to a point where you become just like the users that you selling to because you get addicted to the fast money in the life. And when you should be getting in and out, you stay longer than you supposed to, and then you get caught up. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a vicious cycle with the when drugs because it's like the seller also becomes addicted to selling. You know what I'm saying? Because you be like, yo, why don't they just stop? You made this money. It's like after a while they can't stop because they get so addicted to it.
But when does never say never though?
That's hard to say because when you get fast money like that, there's it's really dependent on the person that really truly have discipline to get in and get out. And in drug history, that's very unheard of. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Very unheard of that drug dealers or in the upper echelons of their kingpin days done retired and moved to San Tropez and shit. Nah, that shit don't happen like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You stay a little bit too long, you get one way. I mean, two ways, dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's really how it goes. And unfortunately, with this supported squad, jail. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, but that's very slick to have a Jamaican food truck, have food, but you disguising it as a front for drugs and cocaine. Uh, Obviously, somebody dropped down on them, and it's a situation that's going to continue to happen. People are still going to try to find ways to do what they do, but the only thing that's always going to happen is knowing when to say when, knowing when to say, all right, I made me 300,000, it's time to leave. And and even when people it's time to leave, when you do dirt just don't wash away.
that part.
So you could come out the game and move over here. You better stay over there because this person is going to use you to leverage themselves out of some trouble. So and those type of people are the definitions of a snitch. So I just thought that was interesting. All right, next hot topic. Hunter Biden found guilty in federal gun case, faces 25 years in prison. He had three felonies for lying on federal firearms application and his drug use history regarding that. So that's why he got the 25 years.
Is he gonna get 25 years? I highly doubt it. Because he still gotta go to his sentencing hearing to actually see what he's gonna get sentenced. Um it's gonna be interesting. You know what I'm saying? The mere fact he was found guilty is interesting. The charges he found guilty of was interesting, and the maximum penalty that these charges bring on your head is very interesting. So it really depends on what the judge says during sentencing. Again, I don't know. They billion dollar boys club. You know what I'm saying? Niggas could pull a wrench at the last minute and just be like, oh, I just feel he deserves probation. He doesn't seem like a guy that needs to go to jail. So you never know, son. Yeah, he could got convicted, but that don't mean the conviction gonna stick when you get to sentencing.
Hmm.
Who knows? It might be a new day, son. They might actually convict him. You feel me? So we can only tell when that sentencing comes up.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. I can't really dive deep into what I really want to say because I don't want them to shut the page down because of the sensitivity of the particular person that we're speaking on. But I will say this: I would not be surprised if someone with that type of access and power gets sentenced that time. But will they actually do that time? Will they actually be in their cell? Will they actually be where they're supposed to be at as far as the court is concerned? like realistically, if that person was able to escape, or he never, he never checked into his to turn himself in, wouldn't that be embarrassing for people to know? So you think that story will actually get out?
Mhm.
So if that's also not far fetched, and that's the clean version of what I had to say about that. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep my eyes on this particular case because I'm very interested in what's going to happen. All right. Christian Rock arrested on felony fugitive warrant for a felony fugitive warrant after attending Blueface court hearing. What do you think about that?
So what was a felony fugitive warrant? What the hell is that?
Yeah, I'm not really clear, but that's what the charge is on. What I'm guessing when I hear this is that Blueface had a hearing. She was probably supposed to uh not be there for something that maybe happened that in the past or something like that. Um, and then she probably evaded, you know, after that. Because when they say felony fugitive warrant, so they trying to say that you didn't come to, you didn't turn yourself in, you didn't have the proper documentation to come to this particular place in court. So that's the type of language that they're using regarding this particular thing. But this is as specific as they got.
Hmm. Um,
But she's in custody. Her son is with a family member.
yeah, because I never heard of a felony fugitive. That's like I never heard of that. Um, Probably I don't know. They may had a I don't know. That's weird. Uh, but they caught it at court and shit, right?
Right, right.
Probably wasn't even supposed to be at court because of Blueface or whatever. But again, it's just the mere fact that these are the people that they put in front of our faces to make us pay attention to, and this is the antics and this the type of stuff that they portray themselves to be. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why would you put this person on a pedestal, put them on TV, and then turn around? These are the antics that they pull. So they're
Hmm.
always trying to, when one black person does something, like it's incumbent on all of us, which is like, nah, it's just this one person, like that has nothing to do with us. But for some reason, when it comes to us, you put one crackhead, we all crackheads. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, son, that's not how this shit work. Krishan work is up. That has nothing to do with the rest of us. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
The mere fact that they arrest you in court is like pure finessery. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. But hopefully she's able to fight it and come out and be a mother to her son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just think it's that whole. I'm that whole thing is a shit show. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I that's horrible publicity. It puts you in a bad light as a parent. Obviously, she could come um, out of that whole situation. But it's like when you put yourself in harm's way, you also putting your children in harm's way. So that mindset she's gonna have to get out of on staying on top of her legality issues because now her legality issues now affect her son. Any day that you're not with your son, it affects him. Especially he's at the age, he's a newborn where he needs that nurturing, he needs that tender love and care from his mother. These are the years where you're basically developing his, his morality is the word I'm looking for. Obviously his dad is away. So you know what I'm saying? It's just ghetto and messy when both your parents are in jail, and hopefully she could get that together and situated, but it's just she got to make better decisions, at the end of the day, because this will affect your child in the short run, and hopefully it don't affect them in the long run. So All right, moving on. Oh, before we move on, Rowan Jack, thank you again, man. We appreciate you wholeheartedly. Thank you. Do you guys carry? I answer that for myself. We live in Florida, bro. We live in Florida. It's like kind of like living in Texas. We live in Florida, so you know what I'm saying? Old like Mike Larry. When you see me, you know it's gonna be chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. You know what I'm saying? So that's my answer. Oh, you want to answer that, bro?
Fuck around if you find out.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's
I'm a
shit.
humble person, but fuck around and find out if you want. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. Just know that it's a stand your ground state. You know what I'm saying? So y'all figure that out.
Trying to tell you, put that, that fire, put that fire on you for real. Not you, bro, Jack, but I'm just saying in you know, for people out here that think they gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? And you know, was very ironic in a place like New York where you're not supposed to carry guns. If you get caught with a gun, you automatically doing years in prison. In a place like Florida where there's a lot of guns all over the place, there's not a lot of crime regarding gun violence in Florida like that. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. In New York, there's always acts of violence with guns, but you're not supposed to get have a gun. If you even get caught with a gun, and if you get caught with a gun with no bullets in New York, if I'm not mistaken, you're doing mandatory 3 years in prison. That's if you get caught with a gun with no bullets. Just saying. So yeah. So I hope we answered that very thoroughly for you, my brother. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Christian McCaffrey is now the new face of Madden 25. He makes the cover of Madden 25. What you think about that?
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? He did put in work last season. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what you call? He was putting crazy work. So it's not like he was slacking out there. You know what I'm saying? He ain't get them yards by just placating. You know what I'm saying? He put the work in. So
Yeah,
I don't see nothing wrong with him being on Madden 25. You know what I'm saying? It's not nobody that's slacking. Since he been came in the league, he been putting in work. And he come from a dynasty family. You know what I'm saying? His father always put in work for the Denver Broncos,
yeah.
putting in the work. So more power to him. You know what I'm saying?
And you know why I really like this is because when he first came into the league, he struggled mightily. They said he wasn't fast enough. They said he wasn't strong enough running in between the tackles. So just for him to put in that work, develop himself into arguably top two, top three running back in the league. Most people will say he is the best running back in the league. And now to grace the cover of Madden, much success and continue for him to continue to do his thing. So shout out to Christian McCaffrey and debunk that Madden curse. Debunk that Madden curse. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Former Miami Dolphin uh, cornerback Xavier Howard reportedly send a boy sexually explicit content to a boy's mother. I'm sorry. He sent it to a boy of sexually explicit content of his mom doing sexual acts. The reason why he sent it to the boy for doing the reason why he sent it to the boy is because his mother is currently pregnant and refused to have an abortion. What do you think about that?
So you sent, oh man, like, so you sent a picture of you doing salacious acts with the mother to the son
Yeah,
to now get her to get an abortion?
yeah.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but goddamn, Brittany Renner might have been right. You know what I'm saying? You athletes is plumb dumb, son. Y'all niggas is retarded. You know what I'm saying? That's just stupid behavior.
Yeah.
My nigga, pull out. Wear a condom. Matter of fact, don't fuck with the shorty. How about that one? I blame the man. Like, bro, you had every opportunity to get away and you chose not to do it, son. You gotta do better in life. You gotta make better decisions. And that was not one of them. And then the decisions after the fact is definitely not any one of the decisions you should have made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but you better have a retirement plan, blood. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Better have a retirement plan.
Yeah.
It's just sad to say, but you know she's gonna take you to the cleaners. It's unfortunate. I just hope you have your affairs in order, your paperwork and your documentations, and all your um all your accounts is set up properly. Hopefully, most likely it's not. So you already know she's gonna take them to the cleaners. It's just sad. It's just more like Gordo said. They pick niggas for these shits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're picking these smart, intelligent niggas that's not gonna get finesse like that. They give these people that's easily swayed one way or the other, quickly, easily swayed by lust and just, you know what I'm saying? Just chasing tail. Not even thinking properly, just chasing some tail.
But he got talent though, bro.
It ain't gonna last for that long, you know what I'm saying? It's the league we talking about.
But
It's
I,
not you gonna last that long in the league.
but I'm saying what Gordo say, like Cam said to Gordo, but I got talent though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your talent is bagging that weed up and going out there selling that. That's your talent.
Ah, send him the turkey. That's a
Send him the
fact, bro.
turkey first class, son.
Send him the turkey. Send him
Matter
the
of fact, he
turkey.
gonna sit with the damn pilot, fucking around with me. He gonna be right there, ready. You know what I'm saying?
My sentiments is it mirrors yours, bro. Like I'm tired of hearing the backlash. It's like, yo, you made the decision to crack that raw, and because your pullout game is garbage, now you put yourself in a situation where she's pregnant. So now you brought that responsibility. So to go that low, regardless of what she's done, to go that low is real corny, man. It's
And
real.
I'm and I'm pretty sure she doesn't showcase signs of her
Yeah,
being wild, but you know,
yes,
we overlook it, we make excuses, we
yes,
turn the cheek, you know what I'm saying? I already know, you know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes,
And
yes.
if you know your pull-up game is weak, my nigga, strap up. And I'm not saying don't skinny dip, because you know what I'm saying? We all dip. But know your level of dipping. You know what I'm saying? If you know you're not gonna pull out, don't skinny dip, son. Just
Hmm.
just put some swimming trunks on and don't be staying in the deep end too long. You know what I'm saying? So you might drown.
And see, this is what I hate when dudes talk about they get chicks, right? If you get so much chicks, right, learn how to say no. Learn how to not crack. And if you're gonna crack, like you said, put a helmet on that thing. So to go that low is completely whack. Ah, moving on to the next hot topic. Moving on. Sexy Red caught on tape in an altercation at the airport. She was picking up a pillar at the airport. She went to go hit somebody. She got hit from the side, fell down, pillow on top of her. What do you think about that?
Yes. None interesting about Sexy Red at all. I could care less about what she does. I'll never download her music. I'll never go out my way to even listen to that garbage. The only reason it is even near my vicinity is because I'm in a bar or club and the goofy ass DJ decides to play that goofy ass music. Anything about this woman is pure garbage to me. I don't care what she does. Nothing about her is popping. This looks like she's a walking gonorrhea stick. Um, I don't care about nothing that she does.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looked real bad. It just very distasteful. You're in that type of situation where you have to do all that at the airport. I don't know what transpired, but it just looked real bad. You know what I'm saying? To be a lady and to be engaged in
It's
something.
not no lady, son. That is not no lady. That is woman that that is a person that has female chromosomes.
Right,
So she has the female parts, but she ain't no lady. You know what I'm saying?
right.
The parts is there, but the ain't there. You know what I'm saying? And then
It-
when I go in the club and I see the rest of these women, and I be in upscale clubs, and these women talking about, oh, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm this, that, and the third. But as soon as this garbage ass sexy red come on, you turn into number one grade A thotty.
See, I never blame the artist. I never blame the artist. Not saying that you're doing that, right? But I never blame the artist when it comes to music because it's up to the people to receive it, right? So it's like if that lawyer is turning up to that shit, then imagine what her mindset is really.
Yeah, that's why they make that music so she could turn up to it. It goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? It goes hand in hand.
But as the listeners, we choose what we want to listen to, regardless of what they make. Just like how you made this decision not to listen to it, just like they making the decision to listen to it. So I don't like. I'm not from the elk where if people make music, people just listen to the most trash music out possible. Because if the music trash, I'm not going to listen to it. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how known you are. If it's trash, like I'm not going to listen to it. You can't ask me to name a sexy red song. And she got hit songs. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Boston beat the Minnesota. Boston beats the Dallas Mavericks. Now they up 3-0 in the NBA Finals. What do you think about that?
I mean, they're probably gonna do a sweep. You know what I'm saying? Next topic.
Break out the brooms. Break out the brooms. Yo, for y'all that
I
know,
mean, shout out to Boston. I'm not gonna knock it. Like at the end of the day, I don't like Boston, but I gotta respect the game. I gotta respect basketball. I gotta respect that they're hustling. They have great plays, great chemistry. I gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? And they put in the work. They up 3-0. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You can't
yeah,
knock it. And you know what I'm saying? There's nothing else to talk about. Next game, even if they win one, whatever, it's the inevitable still gonna happen. They
yeah,
still gonna win. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So shout out to them. And one day when it actually happens, I'd love to see Al Horford get his ring. You know what I'm saying? That'll be what's up. Al Horford, get your ring. I mean, retire. You done put in many years in the game. You know what I'm saying? Get your ring, retire. You deserve it. You feel me? Y'all
That
get the sweep. That'll be a nice way to culminate your illustrious career. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah. You just point out something. I thought all these years he at least won one. That's what I thought. But you're
I don't
right.
remember what team he
Yeah,
was on.
right. That's what I'm saying. But no, but you're right. I for some reason I thought Al Horford was one
Like
of
he
those.
always close. He was always
Right,
on teams that was
right,
close, put
right.
in work, and you know what I'm saying. So they 3-0.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad. He wins his ring. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
shout out to Al Horford and the Celtics. They just one game away.
And he's had a hell of a career. Not to mention he's won one or two college championships with Florida. So he's had a hell of a career. Al Horford is what, at least like 39, 40?
He might put in work. Like you need that ring, retire, and go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Home into the sunset. That'd be a nice way to retire, son. Real
yeah,
talk.
yeah. But Boston is the better team. I thought the Mavericks was gonna win. I thought the momentum was gonna carry. I wanted to see the Mavericks win. You know, we from Brooklyn, you from Queens, so that makes us New Yorkers. We don't like to see Boston teams win nothing, but the inevitable is gonna happen. They up 3-0. Uh Next hot topic. Sports Center Stephen A. Smith said he is required an apology from Will Smith before he goes to see the new Bad Boys movie. What do you think about that?
Why does he deserve an apology?
He deserves an apology. He's saying that the whole community of melanated folk is owed an apology for to garner our support of the movie because of the slap of Chris Rock.
Now he don't speak for me. He damn sure don't speak for me. The only reason I ain't go see Bad Boys is because I don't like when going to see movies when they first come out. I wait a couple of days. I go to my matinee, so I don't be interrupted, and I watch the movie on my own. That's the only reason I haven't gone and seen it. Will Smith, you don't need an apology from me. The people have spoken. It's the #1 movie in the world. I don't know what Stephen A. Smith is talking about. He need to cut his hair and just go bald because that hairline is terrible, and this is why he's talking crazy. Fuck is you talking about? Will Smith is a legend. Let that man eat so I could get Bad Boys 5. Fuck is wrong with you, son? Is he stupid? I want Bad Boys 5. I ain't see 4 yet, but I know I want 5. You know what I'm saying? I know I want it. So make that shit happen. If we could get, I'm still gonna always say this. If we could get Fast and the Furious 11, you could give me Bad Boys 5. You know what I'm saying? You can give me Bad Boys 5, son. I
Yeah.
sat through 11 Fast and the Furious movies. You could give me Bad Boys 5. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't know what Stephen A is talking about that we deserve an apology. No, the fuck we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, Bad Boys 4 is my apology. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I accept your apology, Will Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You doing what you doing. Make another bad. Matter of fact, make it a hitch #2. You know what I'm saying? I won't be opposed. I'm saying throw a hitch in there. You feel me in the mix? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? What Stephen A talking about? I don't know what type of goofy shit he on. I'm a Bad Boys fan. I'm happy you gave me Bad Boys 4. Fucking awesome. If we could get Bad Boys 5, I wouldn't knock it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for that, now I gotta go see the movie twice. Just because Stephen A talking that buffale. Now I gotta go see it twice. Just to vote with my dollars. We're gonna make that movie popping. Fuck that. And I'm gonna get the DVD. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna get the DVD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why Stephen A be putting himself in these situations because see, this is what kills us about the melanated community. We know who speaks and who resonates with among the community. We know this. Just because you're on TV and have a platform doesn't mean you speak for us. Just for the mere fact that he calls and refers to himself as a black man. I'm a black man. I'm about black folks. We not black. Stop it. That's one thing that you keep pushing a narrative that's something that we're not. We're melanated people. We're not black. We're not 3/4 of a person or 3/4 of a people. Cut it out. Stop pushing that narrative out there. So that's just one. And when he puts himself in these situations, he put himself in a position where he is, dare I say, the buck breaker. For those who don't know what a buck breaker is somebody who was in slavery days that was breaking bucks, breaking the strong bucks, the strongest amongst the village of slaves. That's how he comes across when he say things like this. Because nobody was even talking about the slap. Nobody. Nobody. You don't speak for me or anybody that I know. And everybody that heard you said this on social media platforms, in the sporting world, in the podcasting world, in the barbershops, dude, you doing too much. And it's so crazy because you're in the situation, in a place where people as melanated folks want to root for you. We want to root for you, dude. We want to. But damn, when you say idiotic shit like this, And it was crazy. You know what you're doing because you're educated, right? You're a smart man, right? But I'll be wrong if I don't grant you no grace, right? Because I just spoke on us about how we go in on each other on platforms and not pull each other aside. I don't know you personally to call you up and be like, yo, you was on some bullshit, what you just said. So I have to use this platform to speak to you if this gets to you. Stop. Stop. When it comes to stuff like this, stop. The melanated community wants to root for you, dude. But when you say, "Oh well, if that was Mike Tyson, he wouldn't have slapped Chris Rock. He would slap Mike Tyson. You wouldn't do that to 50 Cent." No, he wouldn't have because neither one of those guys would put themselves in a situation like that. Don't put yourself in a situation of somebody that was doing some cornball shit. You make Chris Rock look like a whole ham sandwich out here when you're defending somebody that's in his 60s. You're defending somebody that's been doing a craft for over 30 something years. You're defending somebody that don't all of a sudden don't read the room, don't know how to read the room. So a man that's around your age in his late 50s or maybe even 60s need protection. You making it even worse for Chris Rock. Chris Rock haven't even spoke on it ever since the slap happened. Every people just want to see a dope Bad Boys movie. And you talking about the community? We owed an apology before we go support you. Who the hell are you to for Will Smith to garner your support? Who the hell are you? Who do you think you are, dude? You don't even speak for us. And before you fix your mouth to say, well, I can't speak for you because this, that, and the third, you're supposed to speak for us because of your platform. You're supposed to speak for us because you're the elder. You're supposed to speak for us because you're the person that's going through the game and supposed to come on the other side of that with all the vitriol and all the things that you went against to put you in a place of position. So quite naturally, people are going to look up to you being from our community. But when you say things like this, you it's you make it hard for people to root for you, dude. When you say things like "I got a boss and I gotta do things for my bosses," then that makes it seem that your ethics is not hand in hand with what you do. And you like to talk about your the history of what how you got your position, the history on your ethics on and why you're in the position that you're in. And I could believe that you went through the things that you been through. I could believe that. But when you say things like this, it makes it hard for people to root for you. Damn, dude, like this dude is aggravated. He's too old not to know no better. I don't understand how you will fix your mouth to say something like that when the community is going to support Will Smith. Period. This is a situation between two men and his woman. That woman got hollered at that man. They were supposed to be friends. So if they were supposed to be friends and they no longer together, you holler at her. So now when you see her in public and you crack jokes, and you'll be surprised for the energy that you get coming your way. So you don't know how to read the room. And this is what you defend Stephen A. You put yourself in a position on like, yo, if that was Mike Tyson, he wouldn't have done that. Mike Tyson wouldn't have said nothing like that. You again trying to find the biggest among us. Oh, you're not gonna do that to him. Mike Tyson got too much class to do something like that. And I said it. Mike Tyson got too much class to do something like that. 50 Cent, 50 Cent is a G. He not gonna say something like that. He gonna troll. He'll troll you now, but he not gonna say something like that. He know how to read the room. He from New York. What are you talking about? Just like how Chris Rock is supposed to be from Brooklyn. Learn how to read the room, bro. That's what I gotta say about that, bro. My bad, bro. Yo, that made me that I was just really pissed off when I seen that. He don't owe you nothing. Go see Bad Boys 4, support Will Smith. It's just like that. And I'm tired of this mentality where, oh, you ruined it for the rest of us. Ruin it for what? Ruin it how? When we the content. When we the content, ruin it for who? In whose eyes? Ah! Last hot topic for the night. Michael Rainey Jr., aka better known as played St. Patrick on the series Power, also the Go series. He recently went on a streamer's platform named Tylil. He's a big, he's a big platform, big platform. He has a big platform. Pause. He's amongst Kai Sanat crew or whatever. So he went on his platform on his live, and on his live, the streamer Ty Lil, his sister, actually comes into the live and gropes Michael Rainey Jr. live. So she whispered in his ear and grabbed his, grabbed his stuff. And then about 20 minutes later, things got a little weird. Michael Rainey Jr. got up out of there, and Ty Lil spoke on it that he kind of felt the type of way that he left, that was all love. Anything that his sister may have done, she did it because she's never been around, anybody of his stature, and she probably got carried away. But there's no reason for you to leave um, because of that misunderstanding. And then what was also said, if I'm not mistaken, is that, like you said, he felt the type of way that he left, and that people were saying to him that you got to be careful who you have around during your live, because like, how to act, but some of your people may not know how to act. But he's like, nah, because we all people at the end of the day, and we're not going to learn unless we are basically uh you know being put around in a situation where we learn how to act in the right format. What do you think about that?
Well, he should follow. He should press charges and um, press charges against it to the fullest extent of the law, because it was in reverse. There'll be no questions asked about it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, as long as they have the video evidence, they seen her grab it, it's an open and shut case. Go full on and press charges and take it all the way, where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Then if it was in the reverse, it wouldn't be talking about it. It straight be he'd be in jail. So same way, she need to go to jail too.
I agree with you on the fact that if that was a dude doing that to a woman on live, say, a famous singer or actor or whatever, and a regular, hood dude or whatever the case may be, jumped into the live, grabbed her, groped her, or whatever, dude would have had, matching, cuffs on him. You know what I'm saying? So she's gonna have to go through some sort of punishment. She's gonna have to go through some sort of punishment. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a double standard, obviously, as we see. But it's unfortunate. That's something that could have been done off camera, or you could have just spoke to the man and be like, yo, I'm really feeling you. And it's not hard to grab a man's junk, ladies. If you just tell the dude, like, yo, I'm really feeling you. Like, you mind if I touch you? You'd be surprised what the dude may say. So to put him in that type of situation, because now the repercussion is, what if he would have obliged her, right? And then she would have turned around and said, something else would have happened. You know what I'm saying? So it got to be some sort of repercussion. So I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. Shout out to Rowan Jack again. Appreciate you. Today's Petty Thought has been brought to you by Ashley Lovechild. Yeah. All right, moving on to our next segment. This segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go into bigbravosection.com. Again, bigbravosection.com. Book a session with one of the best photographers in the world if you're in the Miami area, and if you're not, still book that session, and they'll fly out to your session. You got a petty thought for us?
So last week I told the chat to look up NAMBLA. Hopefully y'all did that. So NAMBLA stands for North American Man Boy Love Association. So this organization was set up since 1974. Now I'm pretty sure 95% of y'all never heard of this organization a day in your life, but they've been behind the scenes pushing their agenda, and this is why we have the agenda where men can feel that they open to express their love to young pubescent boys and vice versa. So I cannot, for the life of me, not understand or fathom why nobody. You could go to their website right now. It's all over their website. They have a whole website. And it's for the life of me that this organization is even alive. It's
Say the
still
website.
breathing, still,
Say the website.
NAMBLA.org. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that the matter this website's still alive, the fact that the matter this organization even has a leg and to stand on, where people have this ideology and nobody knows about it, is scary enough as it is, and it goes to show you where your attention really needs to go. You know what I'm saying? These people have been around for a very long time. It's 2024, and the scary thought is none of you even heard about it. You know what I'm saying? So the game is really being played on you, and y'all asleep. So keep being asleep and keep what happened. See what keep happening to y'all. So look
Say
up
the,
NAMBLA, find out why this organization is still around. Why is none of your politicians putting this in the forefront? Why is man boy love even a thing?
say the website one more time so they spread this like wildfire.
NAMBLA. I told you that last week. NAMBLA.org. Y'all should already know this already. NAMBLA. NAMBLA. It's been around since the 70s. It's 40 years later. There should be no reason why we don't know about it. But there is a reason why y'all don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, look it up, find out why this organization is still alive and still kicking. Don't even make no sense.
So make sure y'all tap into NAMBLA and report it to your local politician, report it to your local police, report it to people that can make change. It starts locally. It doesn't have to go to the president for us to make a decision in a local area, in a local capacity. So make sure y'all spread that like wildfire in the chat and also in the rewatch as well. Nambla.org. 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 Make sure y'all go and get all that information and help shut that down strategically and catch people in the process of that too. So yeah. All right, our next segment is Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie alive.
The Lie Live. So my Keep the Lie Live segment for this show, I had something completely different, but I thought of something at the last minute based on what I seen on the internet that had me pretty perplexed. Ladies, this one goes out for you. Ladies, stop putting yourself in compromising positions and expecting the best results. Like I see it all the time. I hear it all the time where women want you to treat them as they say and not treat them as they present themselves. Ladies, let me give you a secret. I'll tell you this with love. I have women in my family. A lot of women. I say this with love. Stop putting yourself in compromising positions that you can't control. Most situations that you're in, you cannot control it. So, for example, I heard a woman say, well, if I dress sexy, I meet a man and I go to his home, he shouldn't expect to have sex with me. Okay, that's not realistic. If you dress sexy, you made it very easy to go back to his home, he's going to expect sex. Now, here's why I agree. Once you say no, it's no. Once you say no, it's no. We don't advocate rape over here. We don't do the rape over here. I'm gonna say sorry, the, the R word. We don't advocate that over here. We don't play that game over here. But you putting yourself in harm's way, expecting for the best possible outcome. That's not logical, nor is that sensible or smart. If you're half naked, you go out and have a good time, but you're putting yourself in harm's way right then and there because you don't know who's amongst the people that you're going to party with. Anybody could put something in your drink, anybody could lace something in your smoke, anybody could do anything to you just by going somewhere. And because you're a lady and you dress half naked, you do and you don't have the manpower or the strength to protect yourself if a man chooses to take it there, whether you go back to his home or in the street. You hear people get taken advantage of all the time. Stop putting yourself in compromising positions, thinking, hoping for the best outcome. It's not sensible. That's like that's like me walking into a lion cage and be like, yo, I'm gonna walk in here knowing the lion is hungry, but hoping not to get ate or hoping not to get mauled. That's not sensible. Is it a possibility that I go walk in and walk out? Of course, there's always a possibility. Is it likely? No. Is that smart? Hell no. So stop putting yourself in situations that you can't even control the outcome. At the very best, you hope when you say no, it's no. And you can't tell where that will come from. Because if you say, well, if you go home with a guy and you know this guy is used to getting girls. So hearing no is not a big issue for him because he can hear no from you, go back out and get another girl, right? His mindset might be different. Most guys that get chicks normally when we hear no, it's like, all right, cool, no pressure. Great to meet you, but let me drop you off and I'm gonna go over here while I'm gonna go get some action, right? Some guys is gonna think of it like, I'm not striking out. I'm not striking out. And you not strong enough to stop me. So I'm gonna take it. Stop putting yourself in that situation. You would think now say the other guy, the guy that don't get a lot of girls. I'm gonna say no, and it shouldn't be a big deal because he don't get girls. In his mind, yo, I don't know. Next time I'm gonna have a woman in my house, it's going down. Stop putting yourself in that situation. I remember as I was growing up, we used to see every year they used to have a parade in New York City, and every year in New York City at these parades, women would get assaulted sexually, and of course, nobody has the right to assault you based on the way you look. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying don't put yourself in a situation like that. When you're going somewhere where you don't have control of the outcome, you don't have the control of the crowd. You're amongst people that you know don't know. Hundreds of men that have that mindset, whether it's cool or not cool, and you walking around, breasts all out, you got the basically the thighs out, the butt out. You're putting yourself in harm's way. Do that give them the right to touch you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you're putting yourself in harm's way. You're the person that's walking into the lion's den and expecting for a great outcome. Stop doing that. So that's my keep the lie live for tonight. Anything you want to add to that?
Nah, that was well said, my G.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Well, y'all, you already know it's been another great episode. We appreciate y'all so much. We love tapping in with you guys every Thursday and Sunday. We know that you could be anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with us, be entertained, get hit with some enlightenment, some of this truth, and some of our great energy. I look forward to Thursdays and Sundays with y'all. Like seriously, it does my heart well, and to see some of you guys have grown with us from the very first day. But I don't get complacent on just Cause y'all grow with us, we try to give y'all bigger and better every single time, every time out. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. I appreciate your support. I know my brother appreciate y'all support. Anything you want to say to that real quick, bro?
Nah, appreciate y'all. Tune in every Thursday and Sunday. We back at it again on Sunday at 10:30.
Facts, facts. I want to shout out to some of our supporters of the show as far as uh, endorsements of the show. Shout out to Bravo Section, Button Snaps, and OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me up on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother up on his Instagram at.
Bravo section _
So make sure if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors, you tap into either him or myself. Make sure you tap into the Overstand podcast every Monday at 9:30. Again, the Overstand podcast every Monday at 9:30 is more interview based for that show. And again, we're back every Thursday and Sunday at 10:30 here for Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. Also, what you will see in the rewatch videos, you will see products that are available for sale right now, which is the OUV Records hats, dad hats, and also you can pre-order your Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast t-shirts right now. So make sure you check the links in the bio or the links in the rewatch videos, and you'll be able to purchase your shirt or your cap. And again, we'll be back this Sunday at 10:30, y'all. Nothing but love. We'll see you next time. Peace.